body, speech, and mind held in perfect oneness. I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Ba nghiệp lắng thanh tịnh, gửi lòng theo tiếng chuông. Nguyện người nghe tỉnh thức, vượt thoát nẻo đau buồn.
Good evening, my dear brothers, sisters, and friends. Welcome to our weekly Friday meditation session. Today is Friday the 13th of January 2017. How are you? Did you recognize the weather change suddenly? Today, when we practice meditation together, guidance by Brother Lawrence, one of our monks here. Even though I sit at the back in my room, and I follow every instruction that he gave, even while we are walking. And he still give us some guidelines, so which we can follow, and we can walk peacefully. Meditation is the very good practice that we should practice this daily in order to gain the energy and the capacity of living in very mindfulness. Every day when we do something, we must have the instruction. Even something you do regularly every day, but you still follow that instruction. Automatically, you don't have to say, oh, I need to do this, but let's say when you are cooking, when you get into your kitchen and say, I'm going to do some fried rice, then what is the first step? What is the second step? What is the third step? Every morning when we wake up, we open our eyes, and the first instruction we do is get off the bed. The second thing we do is go to the washroom, using the toilet, wash our face, brush our teeth. So we do not declare I'm following this instruction of life. But if we reflect clearly and we realize that none of the things that we do every day without any instruction. Since we were young, as a baby, our parents already taught us how to use the spoon, how to feed ourselves, and if we eat something with the seed, they say, split it out, chew it. So our parents gave us instruction. Even when we eat, when we walk, we do everything. So why we need instruction? Because instruction can able to instruct something very stable, solid, especially as a human. We want to be success. We must have some rules, some instruction to follow. So when I step out here with the Sangha, the first thing I do is I bow the Buddha. That means instead of say hello Buddha, and I will join my palm and I will pay respect to the Buddha. And what else? I pay respect to my cushions. People who already said this for me, so I show my appreciate. I also turn to all of you and I bow. This is the instruction, how to greeting each other. When you sit down for meditation, you also need the instruction how to sit properly and how to keep your back straight, because when you're able to keep your back straight, your breathing is very smooth. You're able to breathe easily. If your back is not straight, let's say you sit like this, you curve your body and you block your breathing. And you breathe, but difficult. But when you're able to sit on 1/3 of the cushion push your spine and your body lean in the front a little bit, so your 2 knees touch on the floor, so you can sit longer. So if I sit like this and my legs off the floor, my seat is my posture is not stable. I easily get, fall to the back, and my legs will get shorter sooner. So if I can sit 1/3 of the cushion, I push my body to the front a little bit, and my 2 legs touch the floor. So the floor hold my knees, and I can sit like this longer. And the posture you sit and the way you sit look so relaxed, and then you're able to enjoy the time that you're practicing meditation. When you walk, so people give you instruction how to walk. You don't have to set out where's your destination, what time you arrive. There's nothing like that anymore in this situation. So every day we have a timeline. What time you must be there, what time you have to be there, what you need to do. But when you're practicing in the session like this, and we try to release that. Why? Something we need to pick up, but sometimes we need to leave it down. So any chance that we're able to release, let's release. Because in our daily life, there are so many things we hold already. There are so many things we always say, we must do this, we must do that. So much. And now, all we need to do is just enjoy your steps. Walk peacefully. Do not walk like a robot. Why? Because the robot can walk but no feelings. Nothing that the robots can enjoy. But a human, they're able to enjoy. So let's enjoy, while we walk, while we breathe. enjoy the time together. Within a week, we conduct 8 funerals, just in a week. I have a family. The daughter just passed away 3 days later. The mother also passed away alone. So this morning, I attend the mother's funeral. Last Monday, I attend the daughter's funeral, and Friday, I attend the mother's funeral. And I also attend a funeral for a very young boy, only 21 years old. And the mother, I remember when the mother came up to share her thoughts on her funeral day. She said that all the young friends who are here for my son's funeral, I would like to remind you, whenever you have time with your parents, spend time with your parents. Because now my son unable to spend time with us anymore, and we unable to spend time with our son anymore. So whenever we have time for each other, let's do that. So people believe that if it's the 13th and on Friday, it's not a good day. But actually, every day, if we do not practice well, that day can be a Black Friday, not only today. So people used to believe that when we want to do something, you must select a good date, good time, good month, according to your age. But the Buddha said you don't have to. Any day that you have good thought, good thinking, good action, good speech, that is a good day. If any day that you have a bad thought, bad speech, and bad action, that is a bad day. Of course, any day that we arise, a negative thought, of course we do negative things, we can speak negative things. Not only us unbenefit, but we will suffer for many people around us. So the practicing of Buddhism is the practicing of trying to find some instruction that's selfless for ourselves and for people around us. We try to cultivate the positive energy as much as we can, so we can offer this energy for life, for society. It's not only a religion where you come for worshipping, but Buddhism is the practicing, the education to educate us how to conduct a better life, how to live a better life, how to make selfless. It's like a teacher always sit down with the students. If they do something, some math, and they solve the problem wrong, the teacher will willing to sit down and go over the whole question. So make sure the student understand the question and they can find out the solution. And this is the intent of the teacher. And what happened to the student? The student also want to follow this in order to correct the mistake. So the practicing is we can see that even a teacher or a student, they both have the intent to teach and the intent to learn. If we do have the intent, a good intent, things can be possible. Some people will say, no, I can't do that. I cannot do that. But actually, we can do everything as long as we really want it. I remember when I am around 20 years old, that That means 23 years before. And the first friend who came and see me, he is a Canadian. He asked me that can I able to teach him how to meditate, and only by myself. And I agreed to teach him once a week. So only him came to my place and practiced sitting meditation with me. And then later he introduced that to his friend. So at that time our temple still located in Riverdale. When we built this facility in 1996, and we done on the summer of 1997, so a lot of Western friends came and asked for the meditation class. I said to them, we will reopen. Soon we have the opening ceremony in July, and the class will start in September. At that time, we only have 5 people. So now I also ask my younger brothers. We operate a session in West Lock Center every Friday night. So if you in the summertime, if you think you're able to make a ride to West Lock, 40 minutes away from Edmonton. It's a nice drive and nice view. You can come there and enjoy the space there with the brothers, and also to support for the brothers and the sister in West Lock County. Sometimes they only have 5, sometimes they have 8, sometimes they have 10, and sometimes maybe 1. But I said, you don't have to, even 1 person come, it's good enough. Because we have the intent to share. 1 person, they have the intent to learn. That's become positive. So the practicing here is try to cultivate the energy of practicing within ourselves. Of course, if we have able to practice with the group like this, it's always give us more energy. Because the energy of the Sangha means the community, always very supportive. So that's why all the monastics, they live in a monastery, because monastery have the community of monastics. So every morning, what time we wake up, what time we do meditation, we all together. We always have things to do, one after one. Let's say I have a session here tonight. So after the class done, I have something else to do. We never have, we do things, but there's nothing pushing. There's nothing, not a pressure there. Just a very natural things that have come to us. So we also try to relax on all the things we do like that. And you feel more comfortable than you set yourself a pressure. Sometimes if we say, oh, so much things to do, then you cannot do anything. Actually, we have to done all of that. But if we just focus to 1 or 2 things, then we feel a little bit better. I remember one of the summer retreat when I gave some job for some young friends. I said, okay, you do this, after you finish here, you go there. I point them about 5 or 6 places. They start to frustrate it. No, too much, I cannot do it. So I said, okay, that's okay. Now you just do this for me. They can done in 5-10 minutes. And then after that, they run to me, Thay, we finished. What else we want to do? So actually, they will do all the things I assign. But at first, when I assign all the things, and they think it's too much for them. And this is the art of assigning the work. So when you want to assign some work for somebody, especially young people, they think they cannot handle. But actually, we know their capacity. But they are not ready to handle that much. Then what happens? We have another way to give them. Still, they will do all the things you want. But just give them 2 things first. Sometimes we have a very messy house, a messy room. We step in and we don't know where to start. Do not, look over all like that, and it makes you hard to decide what corner. You focus to one thing first. Okay, let's clean this corner. And you focus to that corner. When it's that clean, you have some space and you can move some other place in, and then you start to clean the next corner. And later on, you can run a house easily without any frustrated. So meditation is the art of living. How can we cultivate that kind of art? When we're able to calm. You calm, you relax, and you can see things can be done easily. Actually, everything they have instruction, just because we don't know it. That's why. It's like when you know where to go. You just got in your car and you drive. You don't have to look at the street and whatever. But say there is some new address. You have to set up, and you know. And now they are very simple. Just Google. Very simple. Last year during the winter retreat, I have a young friend came all the way from Ontario. And he shared with me his difficulties in life. And he told me that he was very frustrated because now confused him a lot when he's thinking about his future. And I gave him an example. I said, let's say you are driving during the nighttime, at nighttime. You are unable to see very far. But your lights able to help you to see what's near from you, what's right in front of you, so you can drive. As long as you focus to that view and you continue to drive, and you don't have to worry, because the road already there. Just because it's too dark, it makes you a little bit scared. With the lights, you can see what's in front of you. You just go ahead and continue to go with that. It's better. Can you imagine what I try to share with this young friend? And he followed my instruction. And he told me that he have no energy of living, to live. He have no energy to believe that he can overcome all of his obstacles, difficulties. So I asked him to practice walking meditation with me outdoor. So we walked from the old meditation hall to the new meditation hall. And while we walk, suddenly I looked down and I saw a very tiny plant that, the snow fall all over, but this plant still stand in the snow, very stable, very fresh. And I told him, I showed him, I said, take out your iPhone, take this picture right away and set it on the screensaver. So every time you almost collapse, look at this. The small, very tiny plant still can live in the winter time. We are very small compared to this whole universe. The same as the small plant right in this big snow. But the plant still can stand up and grow freshly in the winter. And there is no way for us to say, give up. So after he back his home, he sent me that picture. He said, Thầy, I listened to you. I took this picture and I leave it on my iPhone. So every time when I feel that I almost collapse, I almost give up, and I will bring this picture, become the object for me to meditate. And what is this? Instruction. I give him the instruction. I have a younger brother who is very easily angry, very hot temper. He can scream, he can yell, he can easily get upset with even tiny things. So one day he came to me and he said he had that problem. He asked me to help him. I told him, right now, right in this moment, who do you love the most? Who is the most important in your life? He said, my daughter. I just got a baby daughter. I said, okay. Do you have any beautiful picture of your daughter? He said, a lot. He said, I told him, select one. Select one of the picture that you like the most. Now you bring it up on your cell phone, your iPhone, become the screensaver. So every time you get angry, you open this iPhone and you look at your daughter's smile. And you remember when you got hot, you're in a hot temper, you can burn your family. You can burn the happiness of your daughter. A month later, he called me and he said, Thầy, that's really work. If you're unable to smile, you can find something that you like, something given by your friend, by your loved one, you can set up somewhere. So every time when you feel not feeling well, you can look at that, and that able to make you bring back all your good memory and give you the energy of living. Look at it. And if you really don't have any, you can write the word smile and take on the ceiling. So every morning when you wake up, you look at that. And even you don't want to smile, but because of the pronunciation of the word smile, then you have to smile. Happy faces. You know, now they create a lot of icons on the cell phone to express your feelings. You like it, you don't like it, you're happy, you love. They have a lot of images like that, so you can send to your friends. Right now they create a lot of beautiful things like Happy Tuesday, Happy Monday, Good morning, drink your tea, drink your coffee. I almost received that a lot from my friends from all around the world. And when you receive those things, keep in mind one thing. You were loved by many. And that becomes the energy for you to live good and live well, live happy. And I used to practice this, I can receive small things like that in my daily life. And I become, the whole arrangement of the flowers, because everyone, when they come to me, they're just like a flower. And I can receive them easily because each of them is a flower. I don't see anyone as garbage. Because everyone around me, they have their own talent, they have their own beautiful. And that's why I always have the energy to live and work. Someday I only have 1 hour to sleep. I don't have time to reply all the mails. And I have the whole bunch of emails, way 3 months ago. One night I designed that I need to reply some of the important emails, especially most of my emails that I receive just from people around the world. They express their suffering and they want my sharing. And I select which one is the most important I will answer. Usually I don't answer mail related to Buddhism much, because I can collect all of that question and become a talk. But I used to reply most of the mails is about their personal life, about their problems, their family, their situation. I don't reply much mails about related to philosophy of Buddhism. But I used to select emails that contain suffering from others. So I sit down around 10 p.m. and I reply all the mails up to 4 a.m. When I look at the clock, it's 4 o'clock already. So I go to bed for 1 hour because I know I need to wake up at 5 in the morning to help others because I have the commitment. So I help the ladies, and after that I have a funeral to attend. So for that whole day, 1 hour sleep. But I don't feel tired at all, but full of energy. And what can make me very energy like that? Because I know that every minute, every hour I live, I come to each of the people that know me, I come fully. And they also come to me fully. Why? Because they come to me fully. That's why they trust me. They believe me. They share everything about their personal life in their emails. Some of them I never know them. We never met. They just know me through internet. So, long time ago we heard that the Buddha have superpower. And now that's become true. If you really practice, you can have lot of superpower. You connect. You don't have to go anywhere. But your Dharma body all over. I used to declare the date with the Sangha when I came in. Good morning Sangha, good evening Sangha, today is Friday, whatever. Why I need to say that? Sometimes we live, but we forgot what day is today. Do we have sometimes problem like that? What day is today? What's the date? So when we forgot the date, we also sometimes we forgot ourselves. You forgot what you're supposed to do. What can you do for your loved one? There are a lot of people that we know and we plan to visit them, we plan to call them to say hello, but we're unable to have time. But when we hear back they're already in the hospital, or sometimes we receive sad news from their family that that person passed away. So that happens, very regularly in our daily life. So some people will say, no, I want to be free. I don't like instruction. Actually, we send instruction, but nothing instruction, because that is the time, it's just very natural. When you're driving, you see the stop sign, you stop naturally. You don't have to say, I have to stop at this, I have to stop at this. When you see the yellow light, you slow down automatically. You see the red light, you see the green light. But you know what? In our daily life, each of us must have a traffic light for ourselves. So the traffic light on the street, just a reminding. But each of us, we do need a traffic light. Sometimes we forgot. We just do and we forgot. It's just like me. Sometimes we sit down with the computer, we just work and we forgot the time. Sometimes you're just busy with something and you forgot the time. Sometimes you just, because of the money, we forgot. What we forgot? We forgot our loved one. There was a man who came and cried with me yesterday evening because he lost his son, only son. He told me that my son, he doesn't like to come home because we're always fighting. He told me, Daddy, I don't like this environment because I don't feel comfortable every time I come home. Mommy and Daddy fighting all the time. I cannot handle this. So he tried to always find a reason for him to go out from his house. He in the library, his friend's house, a coffee shop, Starbucks, Tim Hortons. He came home very late. After he came home, he just walked directly to his room. He doesn't want to socialize with anyone in his family. And one day, he called home in the morning to say hello to his parents, and then after that, his parents unable to contact him anymore. Few days later, they realized that the son died. He told me that he tried to find a lot of money. He worked sometime, he worked almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He said, now I have a lot of money, but I have nothing in my heart. I regret, why don't I buy him a condo? Why don't I rent him a space so he can have a place where he come back home after school? Even he doesn't live with me, but at least I have a place for him. He just cried and I just sit there with him for an hour. I understand his feeling. So when I sit with him like that, and also, I feel that I'm sitting there on behalf of many parents. Because I feel that, and I hope that many parents can hear this message. There are 3 things that we can practice. You can read script. You can read sutra in paper, in book, but that doesn't help you at much. First, you need things written on the book. Take that become your practice, because only the practice able to move us overcome our suffering. We're able to cross our suffering when we're able to put down into the practice. It's like someone, we want to cross the river. We got on the boat, but we do not try to move. We just sit there and say, I want to go there, I want to go there. But we don't do anything. And we'll never be there. Unless we canoe, we go there. So when I share the stories, I don't mean to share any personal life. But to me, I feel that these are all the messages that we all need to hear, to reflect. And if we do have the same situation, then we can sit down and find a way to help. He told me that my wife doesn't want to share and discuss anything. I asked him that, so how about after the death of your son? Did you both sit down and share? He said, yes. But one thing he said, but Thầy, you know, everything is late. So there are many situations, many families in this society. We don't want this happen to ourselves, our family. Then these are the real instruction, the real story, the real messages. Why we come to religions? Because we want spiritual help. And we know one thing is physical life unable to solve any problem. Only spiritual life does. Only spiritual able to help our mind. But when we suffer, we do not suffer physical body. Physical suffer is not much. It's not worse than, mentally suffering. It's very worse. So we always remind body and the mind. Sometimes we have a wound on the body. Some medication able to heal and help. But the wound in your heart, the wound in your mind, you need spiritual medication. I hold his hand and I said, I understand what you said. And I believe that, I guarantee that what I want to share with you, you already knew. But what you need now is time. You need time to swallow. You need time to overcome all of this painful. Sometimes, we sit down with someone who have a problem. We try to give them a lot of teachings, but actually they already knew all of that. What they need to do is somebody can sit there. We don't need to say anything. Just sit and listen to them. Sit and support them in a very quiet way. And sometimes we have done like that. Somebody they willing to share. If there are people who willing to sit there and listening. That's why Buddhism, we have the Bodhisattva called deep listening. When you're able to sit and listening to someone deeply, no judging, no stopping, just let them speak whatever in their heart, in their mind. So if we are reflecting to ourselves mindfully, and we realize that we have a lot of superpower, superpower on our eyes, our ear, our tongue, our body, because each of the body part, if we mindfully use them, we can use this physical and body part, help many others. We have the eyes, instead of looking people and judging people, now we have the eyes of looking at people with the eyes of understanding, of sharing, of accepting. And this is the power of the eyes. Life needs this kind of eyes. Sometimes we say, oh, I don't like to hear what you said. No, don't tell me this, I don't want to hear it. Don't we know that many times we did that and people have no way to express? Now we use this power of the eyes, of the ears. We sit and listen. Because we are kind enough to sit there to listen, no matter what they said. So even we're just a human, but if we are practicing mindfully enough, we can become the Buddha easily, because the Buddha means the one who awakes. We do not let any day that become meaningless. We know how to turn each day become powerful, meaningful. There's no for us to shovel. There's floor for us to sweep. So when I do the temple work, I don't feel uncomfortable at all because I enjoy it. Sunday afternoon, I like to walk around the meditation hall, clean the fruits, the flowers, sweep the floor. I enjoy it because it's nice and quiet. It helps me to relax myself a little bit. Lot of young friends and teenagers who came and talked with me, and they said, I am the same as you. I work with the computer a lot, but sometimes I don't work anything. I just doing physical work, cleaning the kitchen. I like to do some cooking too, to relax yourself. And you will see that, there are a lot of things around you. But if you use how to use them mindfully, you can be like that. And your day full of happiness. So do not say that I don't need instruction. Actually, we follow instruction every day, but we didn't name it. But if we need to sit down and we instruct, when they say, put on your socks, of course you know where your socks to put on, right? Put on your shoes, you know which one is the left one, which one is the right. Put on your coat, we know where to zip and where to put on. We follow instruction every day. With our instruction, we don't know where to do, where to go, what to do. But instruction helps us on the right track. But when you get used to that, when you are mindful enough with that, you do all the things, but nothing framing you, nothing instruct you, nothing make you feel uncomfortable. And this becomes very natural. But at first, we need to have step 1, step 2, step 3. Every day you follow steps, but none of the steps that you count. Like we walk around the hall, only one round, but we never know how many steps we make. We just enjoy every single step we make. For people who first doing the steps, they say left, right. After they can benefit from that, they walk, just walk. So now for those who say, I don't know what I'm living, why I live for, I'm living for. You just live. Just do things regularly. And you can bring lots of benefit for yourself and your loved one, but you never know. You don't have to name it. But that becomes very natural. And this is the Zen, what we call Zen living. Practicing like you breathe, in and out, regularly, nicely. If you stop breathing, you die. You stop meditation, you fail. And what is meditation? Mindful living. Thank you for your time, your listening. So next Friday, we still have the session the same. And also on the Saturday, from 9 to 5, there will be a full day of practicing meditation and mindful living. We call Mindfulness Day. So if you're able to make your day for next Saturday, please come and join with us from 9 to 5. Yeah. Thank you, and have a good Friday, good weekend. Thank you. Please massage your legs before we stand up.